Tar Heels of the University of North Carolina have been one of the country's outstanding basketball teams for years. Coach Frank McGuire has a lifetime record of 213 victories in 292 games. The only two-time winner of Coach of the Year honors, he was a unanimous choice when his team won 32 consecutive games in the national championship. Here are Coach McGuire and the Tar Heels to demonstrate team offense.
One of the best basic offenses is called the 2-3. This offense is particularly good for getting the ball to the pivot man, who is usually a big boy and your best scorer. This pattern is the best way of beating the modern collapsing defense. A lot of our success through the years has been based on the 2-3 offense. Let's watch it work. Notice that the front court man who receives the ball passes it back. Then on a count of 2, he peels off and runs toward the pivot. Let's slow the action down so you can watch the way your position is played. This 2-3 offense is a basic method of feeding the pivot man from the corner. As the front man cuts across to clear the pivot, he provides a screen for the successful hook shot. Any play that works well to one side should, of course, work equally well to the other. In one variation of this offense, the opposite front court man takes a count of 3, then heads towards the foul line. The pivot man passes off. In another variation, the backcourt man cuts around and drives along the baseline for a layup. When a team has 2 big men of almost equal ability, an effective offense is the double post. This not only puts the big men in position to score, but gives you solid rebounding strength onto the backboards. A variety of different plays can be run off this basic setup. The postmen are on opposite sides of the foul line and constantly crisscross. They run directly at each other and cause the defensive men to bump. The backcourt men work the ball around until there's an opening for a pass to one of the postmen or for a shot at the basket. Notice that the big men under the backboards are jockeying for position for a rebound or a tap-in. For a team without any good big man, or a team with fast, hard-driving layup shooters, the 3-2 offense is a good one. This keeps the center open for men cutting into the basket. The ball is fed from the corner. 2 backcourt men cutting toward the corner set up a double screen. The man with the ball drives in for the shot. Notice that the entire center is clear of traffic. A single screen works equally well on the 3-2 offense. One of the best conditioning and passing drills is the 5-man weave. In a game, the weave is a very effective way of moving the ball around against a man-to-man defense. You can break off your defensive men and set up post plays, give-and-go plays, and screens. When you confuse the defense, you can usually get a clear shot at the basket. The shallow weave is an adaptation of ours which puts the center on the post position, while the other men build a good screen for the shooter. A style of basketball very popular in the East is the give and go. Whenever your defensive man gets a step out of position, A good backcourt man should be able to take advantage of it. There are many variations. A lead pass, or a screen and a medium set shot, a loop and a drive for the basket, or a change of pace and direction with a bounce pass. Here's another welcome change of pace. Our basketball players at the University of North Carolina enjoy ice-cold Coca-Cola just like everybody else. We think it's a good idea to give it to them after practice and during half times of the ball game. One of the real tough problems in basketball today is how to beat a zone defense. The most commonly used zones are the 1-3-1, the 2-1-2, the 2-3, and a 1-2-2 or bottle defense. One way to beat a zone is to overload it and form triangles, either on the right side or the left. The secret lies in putting more men in a given area than the defense has there, then using short passes to work the ball around until someone has a shot. Since the zone defense requires every man to protect his assigned territory, you must try to outnumber the player in one section of the court so your team gains an advantage. A split second is all you need for a basket. Another way to beat a zone is to surround it, moving the ball around the outside until somebody gets a crack at the basket. A full court press will sometimes give a team a great deal of trouble. The players get excited and forget the fundamentals. Against the press, a crisscross can give you a good way of getting the ball in play and up the court in a hurry. Your backcourt men, who are usually your best dribblers, run at the men with the ball out of bounds. The ball is given to the inside man, who then dribbles up the sideline. Another way is to fake the crisscross and pass out to the first pivot man, who comes to meet the ball and takes it high in the air. In setting up out-of-bounds play, the professional teams like the screen play. 4 men line up. The best shooter steps behind the others as the ball is passed over their heads, and he has a good screen for his shot. As in every basketball maneuver, this teaches team play, alertness, timing, and form. Practice makes perfect. Another good out-of-bounds play sets up a 2-man screen for the big boy who is the best shot. He cuts behind the screen, takes a bounce pass, and goes straight in for the basket. The screen delays the defensive man long enough to give the big boy an easy layup. Constant work together will give you and your team the coordination you need to work this precision play smoothly. One important part of team offense that is usually neglected is the jump ball. We have won ball games this way, and you can too. The man jumping tries to tap the ball to the big man up front, who pivots and scores. The most important element of a jump is timing. Basketball is a sport that teaches individual talents like timing, coordination, speed, and stamina. Most important, though, basketball teaches teamwork. It takes 5 men working together to win basketball games. That's team offense.